guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I just want to come today to you to bring a message from Spirit as well as from the message from this book called The Language of Letting Go, Daily Meditations for Codependence. And before I go any further, I just want to say, for me, what codependency is when we hand our power over to someone else and we give our feelings of self-worth and even we seek validation outside of ourselves for our own love. That's the kind of thing that we want to break free of, right? We want to break free of that so that we're coming from a direct perspective on ourselves, as well as it's easier for us to move through situations where you might be experiencing harm, okay, is a way to put that. So I also want to thank all my new subscribers, guys. It's wonderful to have you on board, and anyone who is new to my channel. If at the end, this has resonated, please feel free to subscribe. This isn't going to be all the time, but I have been really helped with this book. When I found this book, it was in a secondhand shop, and I picked it up, and it was like, this is going to be really important for you, and it really has been. And I feel like sometimes it takes hearing it from another source for you to be able to go, you know what, that's right. So I'm going to read a few passages, and then we will move on and I'll pull some cards. So I'm going to pull a Crystal Mandala Oracle if we have time, an Earth Magic, as well as an Angel Oracle if it's required, but it's all what Spirit is going to guide me to do. So I'm actually don't have my wand, but I'm going to use Rose Quartz today and Clear Quartz for holding on to our power and owning our self-love and our self-worth, and cultivating as well, the things that bring you passion. So one of the messages, and I'm being drawn to share because it was also helpful for me in my personal, just dealing with some of the energies that have been coming through. For me, this was something that I needed to hear, and I'm feeling like I'm going to share it. I'm going to stop blah, 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 and I'll blah, blah, blah from the book right now. So keep an open mind, guys. Really use your empowered vulnerability. If you want to kind of integrate this more, after I'm done, after what's been said, what were the main points that you took from this? How do you see it in your world, and how can you actively transform it and take the steps to integrate this healing or integrate whatever this is into your world, okay? So we're going to ask Archangel Michael to jump in to guard, guide, bless, and protect this reading and this recording, as well as any of you who would ask for it. If you want your angels or your guides in your life, guys, always ask that they are for your highest good, and they're always here for you. Always, always, always. I'm also going to ask my team of light to hop in and use me as the clearest channel. So, guys, I'm just going to hop into it, and there's a few ones that I want to read. The first one I'm going to talk about is about detachment. And I know at first we don't like to sometimes hear that term or even acknowledge that we have attachments outside of ourselves, but if we don't acknowledge that, we can't get out of codependency, right? So, sum up, right? I'm going to go through here, and again, open mind, open heart, and whatever feelings this invokes for you, we're going to use them constructively, okay? So let's take a listen. The first one's called Detachment in Relationships. When we first become exposed to the concept of detachment, many of us find it objectable and questionable. We may think that detaching means we don't care. We may believe that by controlling, worrying, or trying to force things to happen, we're showing how much we care. We may believe that controlling, worrying, or forcing will somehow affect the outcome we desire. Controlling, worrying, and forcing don't work. Even when we're right, controlling doesn't work. In some cases, controlling may prevent the outcome from what we want from happening. As we practice the principle of detachment with the people in our life, we slowly begin to learn the truth. Detachment, preferably detaching with love, is a relationship behavior that works. We learn something else too. Detachment, letting go of our need to control people, enhances all of our relationships. It opens the door to the best possible outcome. It reduces our frustration level and frees us and others to live in peace and harmony. Detachment means we care about ourselves and others. It frees us to make the best possible decision. It enables us to set boundaries we need to set with people. It allows us to have our feelings, to stop reacting and initiate a positive course of action. It encourages others to do the same. It allows our higher power to step in and work. And an affirmation for this is, today, I will trust the process of detaching with love. I will understand that I am not just letting go. I am letting go and letting God. I'm loving with others, but I'm loving with myself too. And that's really important. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is responsibility for family members. And this is a trigger warning, guys, and I should have put it and I'll post it before, but if I trigger you again, use it. Use the empowered vulnerability to move steps forward from getting out of this kind of place. So responsibilities for family members. The date on this as well is August 22nd. If that's important to any of you, it is also a master number though. I can still remember my mother clutching her heart, threatening to have a heart attack and die, and blaming it on me. Anonymous quote here. But how many times in your life has someone, family or friend or however, right, acquaintance, relationship partners, used their feelings against you and blaming you when you are free to feel how you feel? I'm going to read this passage. For some of us, the idea that we were responsible for other people's feelings had its root in childhood and was established by members of our nuclear family. We may have been told that we made our mother or father miserable, leading directly to the idea that we were also responsible for making them happy. The idea that we are responsible for our parents' happiness or misery can instill exaggerated feelings of power or guilt within us. We do not have this kind of power over our parents, over their feelings, over the course of their lives. We do not have to allow them to have this kind of power over us. Our parents did the best they could, but we still do not have to accept one belief from them that is not a healthy belief. They may be our parents. They may not always be right. They may be our parents, but their beliefs and behaviors are not always healthy and in our best interest. We are free to examine and choose our beliefs. Let go of guilt. Let go of excessive and inappropriate feelings of responsibility towards parents and other family members. We do not have to allow their destructive beliefs to control us, our feelings, our behaviors, or our life. So the meditation for this, or the affirmation, is today. This is an important one. You may want to repeat it after me, guys. Today, I will begin the process of setting myself free and any self-defeating beliefs my parents passed on to me. I will strive for appropriate ideas and boundaries concerning how much power and how much responsibility I can actually have in my relationship with my parents. That little kid inside of you, sometimes when we feel powerless and we feel like we're giving away our power and our self-defeatist tendencies, a lot of times that comes from the inner child stuff. And when we illuminate that, when we're working through our shadow work, we're Mercury retrograde, we're still in the shadow aspects, as well as I'm feeling like for me karmically, I've been, reassessing my own patterns and my own reactions to things and seeing what I like and don't like. And this is important. We all have that power, and that's the grassroots evolution. And that's why I feel like it's important to share this with you, because we're all going to get healing from different things sometimes. And that brings me to the next spot and the next excerpt I wanted to read, and there's two more. One is on healing and the next is on directness, and we'll move forward. But these are important for us to know that we can detach with love. It doesn't mean we don't love people. To say how you feel about me or my course of action or what brings me happiness is okay for you to feel. However, it's still okay for me to be me anyway. Healing. And this is August 11th, so two master numbers, 11 and 22. Let healing energy flow through your body. The healing energy of God, the universe, life, and recovery surrounds us. It is available, waiting for us to draw on it. Waiting for us to draw in it. It's waiting. It's waiting at our meetings or groups, memories too, on the positive words of a whispered friend. In a gentle touch, a positive word, a positive thought. Healing energy is in the sun, the wind, the rain, in all that is good. Let healing energy come. Attract it. Accept it. Let it soak in. Breathe in the golden light. Exhale. Let go of fear, anger, hurt, doubt. Let healing energy flow to you, through you. It is yours for the asking, for the believing. You're allowed to heal. And universal energy, universal life force, and light force, we can access that through our breast space and becoming more and more conscious and aware of our world and our surroundings. And this is really important if you're on a healing journey, to accept it and to know that you're powerful. And when we attract the people into our lives that are for our highest good and that have our best intentions at heart, our world can change. And so we know we can set aside belief systems that were passed down to us. We can allow the healing to come. And from here on out, how do you stop the behavior? And how can you kind of move through things rather than holding on to an attachment to how others are feeling, or and this isn't saying in a bad way, like being, I don't care what you think, or that kind of energy. This is more being able to move forward in your own power, step forward in your truth, and eliminate as well a lot of miscommunications, and be able to kind of nip in the bud anything that before may have skyrocketed out of control or sent you down like a spiral, anything like that, anything that would derail you from your healing process. Directness. Direct people are a joy to be around. We never have to guess what they're really thinking or feeling, because they're honest about their thoughts and openly express their feelings. And you are safe to do this. Again, you know, if people use these against you in any way, this isn't coming from the book, but a lot of times from childhood, we may have been afraid to express our feelings because of, you know, all of the stuff that was mentioned in the previous excerpts. But it's okay that you can openly and express yourself. We never have to wonder if they're with us because they want to be, or whether they're with us out of guilt or obligation. When they do something for us, we don't have to worry whether they'll end up resenting us, because direct people generally do things that please themselves. We don't have to fuss about the status of our relationship, because if we ask, they will tell us. We don't have to worry if they're angry, because they deal openly with their anger and resolve it quickly. We don't have to ponder whether they are talking about us behind our backs, because if they have something to say, it will be said to us directly. We don't have to ponder whether they are talking about us behind our backs, and it's coming again, because if they have something to say, it will be said to us directly. That's really important. We don't have to wonder if we can rely on them, because direct people are trustworthy. Wouldn't it be nice if we were all direct? So today, the meditation for this is, today, I will let go of my notions that it is somehow good or desirable to be indirect. Instead, I will strive for honesty, directness, and clarity in my communication. I will let directness in my relationships begin with me. And I'm hearing man in the mirror, right? Under here, I'm not going to read anymore, but his friends. Don't ever underestimate the amount of joy friendship can bring to you. And in all of our world, sometimes we get bogged down with this stuff that's going on. Reach out to your friends, that's what Spirit's saying. So we have some time. I just wanted to bring those messages here to you today, because honestly, a lot of times this is how I do it too. I was guided to pick that up, and I read it, and it was like, you know what? This message, it was very adamant this needed to come out. So I'm going to ask Spirit. Dreams has come out. So paying attention to your dream space as well. We get a lot of messages in our dreams, and oftentimes we don't understand them. I'll be honest, I've been experiencing, I think, karma connected to a dream I had when I was probably 17, and I didn't understand it then. Honestly, it's about vampires, and realizing more and more where my energy is being pulled to, what is safe for me, what is toxic for me. And that dream for me, and I'm bringing it in because I'm finally starting to learn what were the messages and what can I do to kind of remove those toxic strings, I guess is one way, and set my own boundaries. And I feel like one of the things is about this with your dreams, you will know on a level for what it's for you. Trust your intuition as well. And some of you may want to write a dream journal if you forget, because often I forget. But if you have very, very vivid dreams that feel like they're past life or they're important, trust your gut to know that they are. And this may be sort of information that, Spirit's asking you to pay attention for, to look for. Or it could be, again, past life information that is karma's kind of working through the end of its life cycle now. And we have self-acceptance at the bottom and signs. It's really important to accept yourself fully, to move forward here, to be direct, to understand that you are not responsible for anyone else's happiness but your own. There's nothing wrong with being a wonderful, kind human being and spreading joy out into the world. We absolutely want that, right? We want to be kind. We want to spread peace and life. We want to emanate that vibration out into the world. But know that it's not your job to be a people pleaser, and you're not the jackass whisperer. Okay, I really like that quote. You're not the jackass whisperer. So I'm going to ask an Earth Magic message for anyone here for first off dreams. And this is reflection. So a bunch fell out upside down, but only one fell out in the upright. So that's reflection in the winter solstice. In the dreams, the messages we get through dream space, it's like this frozen capsule of time. Really take the time to reflect. See what was there. And, Carl Jung could be, there's a lot of archetypes that he's a psychologist, anyone unfamiliar with him, but Jung is Jung. So, but if you are interested in looking at more significance, if you're new to dream study, perfect time. But reflection, what does it mean to you? And self-acceptance, and this came out in the Earth signs reading, if anyone's watched that. But breach, baby, breach. Self-acceptance. It's time. Let go of the past. Let go of your attachment to feelings of what other people think, what other people want for you, what's their agenda for you. Come forward direct. No more passive-aggressive, right? Because that stuff just kind of sends the wrong messages. We come direct, we accept ourselves. That means we accept our feelings, and we also accept the reactions that may come to us. And if we've been working on yourself, if you've been undergoing this healing, your reactions will change. They will no longer be sort of what happens in the fight or flight, okay? Coming to things more grounded and more stable. So accept yourself. Reach out of that water. Let the air touch your whole body. Flop down and feel the 100% pure joy that is here for you, okay? Because that whale spends so much time underwater, and to come up full belly out into the world, open-hearted, right? Arms, little flippers out. Hey world, look at me. Bottom of the deck as well as Vision Quest. So I feel like that's important as well, because we've been looking at your dreams, and a lot of our dreams, what this may not be while you're sleeping, it could be meditation time. The thoughts and the visions that are shown to you, reflect on that, and how do they work for you? Accept that and move forward accordingly. So I am going to bring a message for you guys. So we got a few minutes from the Crystal Mandala Oracle. Thank you. And we have heart healing, and already there is value. So within you, there is so much value, my friends. Be willing to accept that wholeheartedly. And anything from the past that has hurt your heart, work on healing this. Rose quartz is a perfect stone for this, as well as green. Anything that's going to bring self-love. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to connect with our breath space before I let you go. We're going to do 3 deep breaths in, and we're going to breathe in love and light, either through your breath, through your crown. Take your shoes off and spread your feet apart so you feel like you are grounded. And we're going to breathe in wholeness and universal love and light, and we're going to breathe out anything with love. and detach with love anything that is blocking this. Okay, so let's open our hands up, spread your toes apart, close your eyes, guys. Be open and willing to accept this healing as well. First breath. Breathing in love and light, imagining this white light coming down to cleanse the energy. Bring it into your heart space, and you can put your hands on your heart and hold it here. Breathe in love. Hold this love here. Feel your hands get warm, and breathe out anything that's not love and inauthentic. The next one, guys, deep breath in. Feel that joy. Bring in pink rays of unconditional love into your heart space. And as you breathe it in, imagine it just flowing in. Let it swirl around here. Let it kiss your heart. Give it a big hug. And breathe out anything that's not love with love. And the last one, guys. This one is going to breathe in personal power. Moving forward, you love yourself. You love others. You express your truth into the world with love. So let's breathe this in. Self-confidence, babies. Self-love. Worthiness. Truth. Power. Self-acceptance. Hold that here and feel it. Hold it there at your heart. And when we release this breath, we ask Spirit or your breath space to help release the blocks to keeping and receiving all of those things.